Hey y'all, Coach Marina here to talk with you all about my strength journey, specifically here at Blue House and the gains that I've seen in the last 4 years. We're going to be talking about my in-body scan today. I did one of these when I first started back in March of 2021, and then I just did a repeat body scan June of 2025, so very recently. And it's been pretty wild to see the changes in these 4 years. And we're going to go through them, but I think before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about why I'm here. We're all here at Blue House for different reasons. My reason is to be strong. I want to live long. That's the goal. I want to be super fit and healthy to raise my 2 daughters who are 3 and 5, and I'm just trying to keep up with them. I want to set an example for them that being strong, being able to lift heavy weights, I just want to show them that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And so I always try to be an example of that. But a huge part of my journey here has also been around getting bigger, which I think as a person socialized as a woman in our mainstream dominant culture, there are so many messages around being small and being smaller, taking up less space. And I just reject that. And I am wanting to gain muscle. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why today. So let's take a look at my in-body scan. Here you can see on the screen. We'll start with my body weight. I've gained 11 pounds since joining Blue House, which again, I think for some folks would be like, but let's talk about what that means. First of all, hell yes. First of all, I've had 2 babies, okay? So my body's gone through a lot of changes and iterations, and I've loved my body at all of these stages. But it's been really cool to see the next line, what that change is all about. So you can see that my muscle mass started at 55.6 and is now at 66.1. So that's 11 pounds of muscle, y'all. And that is right there, hard ass work. Again, another myth is that women will start lifting weights and then all of a sudden just bulk up and be like Arnold. And the reality is that that's not possible. It requires very hard work. It requires a proper nutrition plan. It requires rigorous training, commitment to gain muscle. There are some special ones out there, like one of my personal programming clients right now who gained 3 pounds of muscle in a month wearing her weighted vest on her 30-minute walk. So shout out to the weighted vest. I need to get one. But that's not me. This 11 pounds took 4 years, and I'm really proud of it. Why is this important? Why do we care about muscle mass? Muscle mass is the greatest indicator of longevity. I'm going to reference this book, Next Level by Dr. Stacy Sims. If you haven't read it, it's a really good one. And it talks all about entering this phase of perimenopause and menopause and how we can kick ass, feel great, and crush our goals. I'm here for it. And she talks a lot about increased muscle mass. Why? Why is this important? It increases our metabolic rate. It improves our posture and stability. It helps us get stronger bones, so increasing our bone density, better blood pressure control, maintenance of healthy body composition, better immunity, fewer sick days, more energy, better sleep. It's really the foundation. If there's one thing that you take away from this chat, gain muscle. It is the foundation. It's the starting point. We want you to gain muscle. We want you to be on a nutrition plan that supports you to gain muscle. Muscle, it's going to be like my protective gear for how I enter my 40s, my 50s, my 60s and beyond. I'm 39 and I am trying to be at peak fitness as I enter these next decades of my life. Focusing on muscle will just kind of set the path for you. When you focus on building muscle, there's all of these things that start to happen just as a result of focusing on muscle and focusing on eating proper nutrition, lots of protein. Next line is around my body fat percentage. I've never focused on body fat percentage. That's not really a critical goal to me, but it's interesting to see that with a 11-pound weight gain, my body fat percentage has gone from 23.2 to 17.5. So I'm still wearing all the same clothes. Well, again, with 2 pregnancies, I've worn lots of different, actually, sizes of clothes. But from when I first joined to where I am now, very similar. Though with that said, I take that back. That's actually not true. I used to have like this epic blazer collection. God, these gorgeous blazers that I wore to work. Yeah, no, can't fit any of those anymore. Those have all been donated. The shoulders, they just got so big. I digress. Body fat percentage down, added 11 pounds of muscle. The lean body mass line, I think, is something that I'm really excited about. From 100.3 to 116.6. So again, lean body muscle is another great indicator of overall health and stability. Back to my goals around longevity, back to my goals around keeping up with my kids. Like, I want to have literally enough mass on my body to be healthy, to be active, to be stable, to be sturdy, to be able to fall down on the floor, get back up, to be able to run with my kids, to be able to do the monkey bars with them, to be able to carry my own groceries. There's a lot of things that I don't have to worry about because I know that with my strength, I'll be okay. And I appreciate that. I'm proud of that 16-pound lean body mass gains. Pretty epic. Let's look at my basal metabolic rate. That's BMR, what my body burns, how many calories my body burns at rest, just by living. So back in March of 21, it was 1,352 calories. And now in June of 25, it's 1,512. The folks who say, as you get older, your metabolism just starts to plummet, that at some point will happen. As I get older, as I focus on muscle mass, and as I focus on eating a protein forward diet, I have found that my metabolism is actually just speeding up, and quite the opposite, right? I have seen that BMR increase over time as I've gotten older and as I've gotten stronger. So the more muscle you have on your body, again, it will increase your metabolic rate. Again, what's the point of sharing this data? I want to be very clear. I'm not saying that this is the right way, the best way, that this is what your body scan should look like. We all have very different bodies, different goals, different needs. We're just different. We're all different people, right? I'm speaking solely to my numbers, which just, again, indicate that I've gained 11 pounds of muscle. And I'm really proud of that. And I feel really grateful to my body, like that it can do what it does. I think also part of this conversation that I've touched on is nutrition. Eating enough food. And there's just nothing better than being able to eat in a way that it brings pleasure to your life, but also that it supports your training, supports your goals, supports in increasing your muscle mass. I feel really grateful for my access to food, to quality food. Just want to recognize that privilege, as many people in the world right now are being denied access to food. I want to share a book that I really enjoyed. It's called Nourish: How to Eat for Resilience by Sarah Bayless. I don't know much about this Sarah Bayless, but I really enjoyed her book. She talks a lot about eating to support resilience, right? We want resilient bodies, resilient health. We want to feel nourished. We want to focus on that longevity. We need to ensure that we have proper nutrients in our diet. We need to eat enough. Another book, Hormone Repair Manual by Dr. Lara Briden. I've also read Period Repair Manual. She does such an awesome job of talking about hormonal issues or period issues that can result from undereating. You got to eat enough to take care of your body, folks. And it's been I've had just such a positive relationship with food for most of my life, all of my life. I feel very grateful for that. I know that, again, socialized as a woman, we all can have very complicated relationships with food. I have a really positive one. I feel really grateful for that. But it's been very cool to see that, again, as I continue to focus on muscle gain, I just get to eat like all the time. It's just the best. Listen, y'all, let's talk about what I ate today. Came here to train some folks. I had my protein coffee, that nice insulated blender bottle. It's got coffee, some milk, a little protein powder, a little creatine. Had a little slice of toast, a little peanut butter. Had 3 eggs, some greens with some chickpeas. It was so good. Then later on for my mid-morning snack, I had some yogurt, some hemp seeds, some pumpkin seeds, some blueberries. Delish. For lunch, a little quinoa, chickpeas, some kale, some beets, some sun-dried tomatoes. Afternoon snack, some chicken meatballs, some little bit of cheese because I love my cheese, some cashews, some pistachios. Then a little bit later, I'm going to have some watermelon because it's so delicious. I don't know what's on the menu for dinner tonight. We might be having my favorite, the beef and cabbage stir fry. Don't be afraid of lifting and eating. It will change your life. Okay, I'm going to tell you some things. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling weak, if you feel like your energy is low, you feel fatigued, you feel unhappy, let's lift weights, baby. Let's lift weights. Like, I'm telling you, if anyone here is listening out there, anyone out there, it's not too late. Let's get strong together. There is nothing like the feeling of picking up a heavy barbell, a deadlift, a back squat, a bench press. Lifting heavy things will change your life. It will transform your life. And it will give you a sense of purpose, confidence, having a goal and working towards a goal, showing yourself that you can do that. I just worked with someone in her 50s an hour ago who pressed over her head 45 pounds for her the first time. And to see the elation and joy of being like, I did that. I can do that. Like, it's just incredible. Like, invest in yourself, believe in yourself. It can change your life. Don't be afraid of getting strong. You will feel better. You will sleep better. You will have a pep in your step. And you can just look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, yes, queen. I am a strong queen. I can do anything. I worked for this. I worked very hard for this. And like, what can't I do? What can't she do? I mean, come on now. Who doesn't want that? Let's go, right? Do it for you. It's hard out here, y'all. Like, we've got work, we've got kids, we've got stress, we've got aging parents, we have work demands, we have family demands. There are so many things that will try to tap everything you have and just take it all your energy. When you can start just setting boundaries, when you can start saying, I am important, I matter, this is my life, I am the leading lady of my life, do it for you. And as a result, you'll also do it for your kids, do it for your family, do it for people who depend on you, but do it first for you. Eat to feel good and to nourish your body. Lift to live long and strong. Don't be afraid of a number on the scale. Focus on how you feel. Focus on gaining strength. Focus on gaining muscle. I also just wanted to name that, part of my journey at Blue House, part of my CrossFit journey, part of my strength journey is around, again, my goal around longevity, my goal around metabolic health. Also, it's really for my mental health. If you're out there, y'all, if anyone's out there, you're struggling with your mental health, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling down, you're not feeling so much peace, you are questioning things, just come to the gym. I feel like I can say with a lot of certainty, you will feel better. Like, the power of weightlifting and everything else we do, of course, but what it does to your brain, what it tells you about yourself, what it shows in terms of what you can do, like what is possible, it gives hope. I want to give the example actually right now. So I'm going to be in a competition coming up on August 9th. I've had some moments. Where I'm like, holy shit, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is so hard. Can I do this? And luckily have been able to work through all of that. And I'm just like at this place right now of peace that it's just like, oh my gosh, like I get to do this. Like I get to throw down with serious athletes. I am one of those athletes. What? I have this body that can go out there, work through my shit and like show up for me versus me. Like this is my journey. And I hope, again, with everything I've shared today, like this is my journey. I'm just sharing you all about my journey. I'm excited to know, what will your journey be? Training has changed my life. Getting stronger has changed my life. And I hope this for you. Come check out Blue House. Come on over. Let's get strong. Let's get fit. We're here to support you.